For decades, humanity has looked toward the planets, dreaming of exploration and understanding the mysteries that lay beyond Earth's boundaries. Among the many celestial bodies in our solar system, Venus has captured scientific curiosity due to its extreme conditions and similarities in size and structure to Earth. While NASA's missions to Mars and the Moon have received more attention, Venus has long been a subject of study, particularly for the Soviet Union during the space race. Recently, renowned astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson stunned the scientific community and space enthusiasts alike by revealing a set of declassified photos of Venus that were taken by Soviet missions in the late 20th century. This new revelation adds depth to our understanding of Venus and its harsh environment, offering a closer glimpse into the accomplishments of the Soviet space program. These images, now available to the public, reignite interest in one of our closest planetary neighbors and open up exciting new possibilities for future exploration. ###the Soviet Union's ambitious missions to Venus. While many people are familiar with NASA's missions to the Moon and Mars, the Soviet Union was the first to successfully explore Venus. Starting in the 1960s, the Soviet space program launched a series of missions under the Venera program, aimed at landing probes on Venus and sending back valuable data. Venus, often called Earth's sister planet due to its similar size and composition, intrigued scientists despite its harsh conditions, which include surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead and atmospheric pressure 90 times greater than Earth's. Despite these challenges, the Soviets achieved remarkable feats. Their first significant success came with the Venera 7 mission in 1970, which became the first spacecraft to land on Venus and transmit data back to Earth. The probe survived for 23 minutes on the surface before succumbing to the planet's extreme conditions. Later missions, such as Venera 9 and Venera 13, sent back the first-ever images of the Venusian surface, showing an alien landscape filled with rocks and intense clouds. However, much of the data and photographs from these missions were closely guarded by the Soviet Union at the time, and only a limited number of images were shared with the wider world. The recent declassification and unveiling of these images by Neil deGrasse Tyson has provided the public with an unprecedented look at these historic moments in space exploration. ### the declassified photos. A glimpse into Venusian mysteries. The images revealed by Neil deGrasse Tyson show Venus in stunning detail, showcasing its rocky surface and harsh, cloudy skies. While previous photos of Venus were grainy and low resolution due to the limitations of 1970s technology, the newly declassified images provide a clearer and more detailed view of what the Venera missions encountered. One of the most striking features of these photos is the desolate, rocky landscape. Unlike Mars, with its iconic red dust and mountains, Venus appears as a bleak wasteland covered in rocks that have been shaped by intense heat and pressure. The surface temperatures on Venus are a blistering 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 475 degrees Celsius, which explains why the rocks appear so smooth and devoid of any major geological formations. The intense pressure also contributes to this effect, crushing down any features that might otherwise exist on a cooler planet. The cloudy, yellow sky of Venus is another feature that stands out in the photos. Venus' atmosphere is thick with carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid, creating an impenetrable layer of clouds that reflect sunlight and trap heat. This greenhouse effect is responsible for the planet's extreme temperatures. The photos reveal a dimly lit surface where sunlight barely penetrates through the dense atmosphere, giving Venus an eerie, almost otherworldly appearance. Another significant aspect of the declassified photos is the lack of water or any liquid on the surface. Venus is believed to have once had oceans, but any water that existed likely evaporated billions of years ago due to the runaway greenhouse effect. The images show a bone-dry surface, further confirming the inhospitable nature of the planet. ### Neil deGrasse Tyson's role in revealing the photos. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a prominent figure in the world of astrophysics and science communication. His work as the director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York and his popular show Cosmos has made him a household name when it comes to space exploration. Tyson has long been an advocate for sharing scientific knowledge with the public, and his revelation of the declassified Venus photos is in line with his mission to make space exploration accessible to everyone. In a recent interview, Tyson explained the importance of these images, not only for their historical value but also for the lessons they can teach us about our own planet. Venus is a cautionary tale, Tyson said. It shows us what can happen when greenhouse gases spiral out of control, leading to a planet that is completely uninhabitable. By studying Venus, we can learn more about how to protect Earth's atmosphere and climate. Tyson's revelation of the declassified photos was met with excitement and curiosity from both scientists and the general public. Space enthusiasts have been poring over the images, comparing them to previous photographs and data from other missions to Venus, such as NASA's Pioneer Venus mission in the late 1970s and the Magellan mission in the 1990s. ###the significance of the Soviet Venera program. The declassified photos highlight the incredible achievements of the Soviet Union's Venera program, which remains one of the most successful series of missions to another planet. While the Soviet Union is often remembered for its rivalry with the United States in the space race, particularly with the moon landings, their work on Venus was groundbreaking in its own right. The Venera 13 mission, in particular, was a landmark moment in space exploration. Launched in 1981, Venera 13 survived for over 2 hours on Venus, far longer than any previous mission. It sent back a wealth of data and photographs, including some of the first color images of the planet's surface. These photos, now declassified, show Venus in all its stark, barren beauty. The rocks in the images are bathed in an orange hue, a result of the thick atmosphere scattering sunlight. The success of the Venera program was a testament to the ingenuity of Soviet scientists and engineers, who managed to design spacecraft that could withstand Venus' extreme conditions. The technology used in the Venera missions paved the way for future space exploration, including missions to Mars and beyond. ###what the photos mean for future exploration. The release of these declassified photos comes at a time when interest in Venus is once again on the rise. For years, Mars has been the primary focus of space exploration, with numerous missions aimed at uncovering evidence of past or present life. However, scientists are beginning to turn their attention back to Venus, recognizing its potential to teach us more about planetary evolution and the dangers of climate change. In 2020, NASA announced 2 new missions to Venus, Da Vinci Plus and Veritas, which are set to launch later this decade. These missions will focus on studying Venus' atmosphere and geology in greater detail, building on the work done by the Soviet Venera missions. The newly revealed photos will undoubtedly play a role in shaping these upcoming missions, providing valuable context and insights. In addition to NASA's efforts, other space agencies, including the European Space Agency, ESA, and Russia's space program, have expressed interest in exploring Venus further. There is even talk of sending a manned mission to Venus' upper atmosphere, where temperatures and pressures are more manageable. ###the broader implications for science and society. The declassified Venus photos are more than just scientific curiosities. They serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of space exploration, history, and the future of our own planet. By studying Venus, we gain insights into the dangers of unchecked climate change, as well as the possibilities for terraforming other planets or moons in the future. Moreover, the release of these photos highlights the importance of transparency and collaboration in science. For decades, these images were hidden from the public, kept under wraps by the Soviet Union. Now, with Neil deGrasse Tyson's help, they are available for everyone to see, sparking new discussions and ideas about Venus, space exploration, and Earth's future. In a world where space travel is becoming increasingly privatized, with companies like SpaceX leading the charge, it's essential to remember the value of public access to scientific knowledge. The declassified Venus photos remind us of the importance of open science and the need to share discoveries with the world. ###conclusion. Neil deGrasse Tyson's revelation of the declassified photos from Venus offers a rare and exciting glimpse into one of the most extreme and mysterious planets in our solar system. These images, taken by Soviet spacecraft decades ago, reveal a harsh, alien world that contrasts sharply with Earth's livable conditions. As we continue to explore the solar system, the lessons learned from Venus will be crucial in understanding both the history of our planetary neighbors and the future of our own. With upcoming missions to Venus on the horizon, The newfound interest in the planet is sure to grow, and these declassified photos will play a key role in shaping future explorations. As Tyson himself said, Venus is a reminder of what can happen when we take our planet for granted. It's a wake-up call for all of us to protect Earth and explore the wonders of our universe.